Hi guys! So today I created this Finding Nemo 2 inspired makeup look from the movie Finding Dory. I was inspired by this image I found on the internet and I wanted to recreate it for you guys. I'm so excited for the movie to come out. You have no idea. If you guys are going to go see it, comment below and tell me what you thought, okay? I'm so excited. So if you're interested in seeing how I created this look, please keep watching. Alright, so I've already done one eye and I started off by priming my eye with NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. That one right there. And I just covered the whole lid up to the eyebrow, just making a nice thin base for our colours to really stand out. Alright, so then I buffed it in with my Real Techniques buffer brush. I just covered that, spread that cream all across the lid and up to the brow. Nice even base, no, not patchy or anything like that. Then I grabbed that Morphe palette, the 35W palette, and I grabbed that white pale shade right there, the matte one, with my fluffy blush brush, and I just patted it all over the lid. I just used this brush because it was really fluffy and it would just do a really thin layer. Then I grabbed that pencil there, that black eyeliner pencil. I just marked out where I wanted to put those stripes for the clownfish, where I wanted the lines to go, so nothing really fancy or anything, and also where I wanted the tail to go. So just that little curve right there on the edge of the eye. And now we're going to grab our e.l.f. blending eye brush. Any brush with like bristles close together will do. And grabbing that Burning Heart Sugar Bill palette and dipping my brush into that flame point shadow right there, that one, the orange one, and we're going to place it in the spots that we want the orange to go, so in between those markings we made. And yeah, putting up that coverage. Keep in mind, guys, that I'm using dabbing motions, not swiping motions. So I'm building up that coverage. Then I'm going to grab the Real Techniques blending eye brush in that yellow shade and mix it in a bit with the orange as well. And then I'm going to use that to blend out the edges of that orange we've just put on. So using the yellow shade and a bit of the orange, we're just going to blend it out. Keeping in mind that you don't put a whole heap of product on the brush, just dip it in lightly to your palette because they're very pigmented, the shades. And then just using windscreen wiper motions and circular motions to buff out the edges of that orange. Then we're going to grab that e.l.f. brush again and that orange shade and just build up that colour again, building up the orange because it can be wiped away a little bit with the blending process. Then grabbing that Real Techniques brush and using whatever's left on the brush, so I'm not adding any extra product to it, and just buffing out those edges again. So keep using those windscreen wiper motions and those circular motions. Then we're going to grab the e.l.f. brush again into that orange shade and build up the colour again. So it's just a repetitive process, just to make sure we get the desired colour effect, okay? So it's not too light, it's not too harsh. Then we're going to grab some liquid eyeliner. You can use black gel eyeliner too, but I just used liquid today. So we're going to align our lash line with our liquid eyeliner. We're also going to outline those patterns we've just drawn on, so the white shades. So just outlining where the orange to the white meets to create that little stripy pattern that a clownfish has. Okay? And we're also going to draw the tail on. I found the tail was a bit difficult, so just keep persisting, guys. You will get it. But yeah, it does take a bit of patience and a steady hand. If you guys found you did stuff up a little bit, like I did just a little blob, you can grab a Q-tip and some makeup remover and just wipe it away, so it's really easy to fix. Then we're going to grab that e.l.f. brush again, dip it into the orange and build up that colour again because it can get wiped away and fade into the skin a little bit, so we're just going to build it up. So buff away any harsh edges that you might have with the Real Techniques brush. Then we're going to grab that Morphe M326 brush, the definer brush, and dip it into that Love shade on the Sugar Pill palette, the red shade. And we're going to define the edges, so deepen up that eye. Along the edges of the black lines we've drawn, we're going to place that red along the outer edges and kind of deepen it up, give it a bit more dimension to it. Alright, so just light hand and then just kind of swiping it in to blend it in a little bit. And then we're going to grab some of that red shade and a bit of orange as well. And we're going to use it to blend it out a bit, so it's not just red to orange, it's orange, then fades into the red, orange, then goes into the orange, so that it transitions really nicely. So it just blends in a bit better with the orange, and so it's not just orange to red, it's more like a transition to it. Once we've done that, we're going to grab our Real Techniques brush, no extra product added, and just going to blend out those edges. Blend out any harsh lines. Then we're going to mix the orange and yellow together and blend away those harsh lines again. So just keep blending any harsh lines you see on your eye, just so it transitions nicely. Okay, once it looks like this, guys, we're going to add some white, okay, with the Morphe brush again, that little tiny definer brush. We're going to grab the Maybelline palette. Any white shadow will do, guys. It doesn't have to be this palette, it can be any white shade. And we're just going to carefully place it in between those black lines where the white stripes are, just to build up that white again. So just using dabbing motions on the eyelid, being nice and steady-handed, and just placing it on top. Grab our duo lash adhesive and our tweezers. We're going to put some glue on the edge of the tweezers and place it on those white stripes, okay? So we're going to put a bit of shimmer on there to create a bit of like the scale effect that fish have. So we're going to put some glue on so that the glittery shimmer doesn't fall out everywhere. So we're going to use this Gorgeous Cosmetics eye shimmer in diamond and use that definer brush again, the Morphe one. And I also put a bit of eye drops to really make it a bit more metallic. You don't have to do this, guys. You can use Max Fix Plus, or you don't have to do it at all. And then we're going to dab it into that shimmer and place it on the eyelid. I was a bit messy here, but I'm just going to clean it up afterwards. So just go over the shade with a bit of orange eyeshadow and just cleaned it all up, so it was all good. Yeah, don't mind my messiness. Then we're going to grab that liquid eyeliner again and clean up those black lines that we've gone over. So my camera cut out, so I missed half of it, sorry about that, guys. But I just lined over the top of it, and see how I've got that bit of black line in the white? I go over with a bit of makeup remover and that Q-tip, then I go over with some eye shimmer again, and it covered it up. So any mistakes you guys make, it's easily fixed. So don't worry, don't fret. Okay, once we've done that, we're going to grab our Real Techniques brush again and buff out any of the edges again that you feel aren't quite blended nicely. So any edges, any lines, anything at all. Then we're going to grab that eyeliner, my itty bitty Maybelline one, and we're going to tight line and also we'll do the waterline. And I kind of bring that eyeliner down a little bit onto the lash line a little bit, and I grab my Morphe definer brush and some of that black shadow from the Morphe palette, just to kind of set the eyeliner in place, because I find it moves and kind of leaks down my eyes a little bit as the day goes on. Then we're going to grab that Morphe 139 brush, the tapered blending brush. We're going to grab some of the orange shadow and just buff out that black liner and black eyeshadow we've placed on there. Then I'm going to grab my two mascaras, the Maybelline Mega Plush Mascara and the other one that I'm not quite sure where I got it from, sorry guys. And I'm going to tease those lashes and do a nice thick coat of mascara before we add our falsies. Falsies are optional, guys. You don't have to place them on. Whoop, there it goes, and there it's back again, like magic. So you don't have to wear falsies, but I just find it makes it look a bit more dramatic and ba-boom. So we're going to grab our tweezers and our duo clear lash adhesive, place a droplet of it on the lid of that eyelash packet, and then just do a nice thin layer of glue on the lash band. Then we wait about 60 seconds, blow on it, let it get tacky, and place it as close to the lash line as possible on that black liner we've placed down. So get it nice and close, then stick the corners down, and then I squeeze the natural lashes and the falsies together to get them as close as possible. And then we're just going to go, once the glue dries, going to reline over those lashes to cover up any glue or anything that we've done that we feel like it needs to be a bit covered, any of that glitter that might have fallen down, anything at all. Grabbing that Real Techniques brush and that yellow shade in the Burning Heart palette, we're going to highlight the inner corners with that yellow and just kind of bring it up across the top of that orange. Then grabbing a brow bone highlight, I just did a white shimmery shade, and we're just going to highlight the brow bone. then for the fun part, we're going to grab some rhinestones. I just did this 240 pack. I think I got it from like a craft shop. And we're going to use one of the medium-sized rhinestones. Put some dual lash adhesive on the end of your tweezers and just place a dot where you want to put the rhinestone. So I did it on the corner near the tail. I used rhinestones, guys, just for a bit of fun because it glammed it up a bit, and I also thought it was like a little bubble in the water, symbolized the oceany effect, whilst also looking pretty. So you're going to place it on. I use the tweezer, then I use my finger just to really push it on, make sure it's stuck on. And yeah, that is it. I hope you enjoyed the look, guys. Let me know what you thought, and yeah, have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Place it on, cover the lid in the eyebrow region, and then we're going to grab a buffer brush, which I used the Real Techniques one. Don't mind the dent in it, I took it away with me to Europe at the start of this year and it got a bit smushed in the bag.